Good afternoon, everyone. This is Pete Foreman, the Caithness beekeeper. We're back at this hive which we're going to look at today. This was the one that was honey bound last week, and that I put 3 frames of drawn wax frames in and a frame of eggs. So we're going to go and open this up and have a look to see whether we're queenless or whether we've got a queen and she's now laying. Okay, so I'm going to put you down, and once I've opened up the hive and we're into the bottom brood boxes where the frames are, I'll bring you back in. I have to say that the smell of honey from this hive is absolutely amazing. As soon as you crack the crown board, you can smell the honey. So the bees have been working away. So we'll, as I say, get back to down to the brood box and we'll bring you back in. Okay, as you can see, this is the third frame of drawn out empty foundation that I put into the hive. And as you can see, and the other 2 frames are exactly the same. They've filled this with nectar as well. So it's not looking good, as there's a queen in there. And the next frame has got the eggs, and so we'll see what they've done with that. So this is the frame of eggs that I put in. And as you can see, if you look in there closely, you can see that there's now larvae where those eggs were. But if over here, there would be a pair to be. I can't see it now. They look like eggs on the bottom of some of these cells. And I'm looking if I can find one. They're all empty. But I thought I saw some eggs. Let me put you down again. Okay, so I finally found evidence that there's a queen, but she's not in the bottom. There was no eggs, or the only eggs and larvae that was in there from the frames, or not eggs, some larvae from the frames that I put in there previously. I've gone up into the super, and I found in this super a cluster of about 4 or 5 larvae in a little space. And then I've come into this super, and on the bottom of this frame, as you can see, there are larvae all along the bottom there. Now, they can only be there if there was a queen in there laying. As you can see, these frames are pretty packed full of nectar. I'm going to continue looking for the queen. I suspect she's in this box. This is where I found the most larvae. I haven't found any eggs. I don't know what's in the bottom of there. I don't know if there's any eggs in there. There might be an egg in the bottom of that. So if that's the case, then the queen I'm suspecting is up in this box. Oh, sorry, in this super. And what I need to do is get her back down into there. So there's more larvae along the bottom of this one, but the caps, the cell seems to be quite large. I don't know if she may be a drone laying queen. I still haven't seen really. I've not really seen lots of eggs clustered together, but these are all quite big, fat larvae, and the cells seem to be elongated. I haven't found any cap brood yet, so I can't really say whether they're drones or not. Now these definitely look like drone larvae. Let's move the bees out of the way. You can see. So I may have a queen in here, but she may be a drone laying queen, because that's all I can see is big fat larvae and big deep cells, and all up in the super. So I mean, it's possible that she could have been poorly mated and come back and just laying, and they're quite happy that she's in here. That's why they're not drawn out any emergency cells. from the eggs that I put in here. I don't think they can draw emergency cells from drone eggs. I'll keep looking. I've got 4 more frames to go through to see if I can find her, and see what other evidence I've got of being a drone layer. Again, just some more cells on the edge of the frames. So there's something in here is laying. I suspect it's a poorly mated queen, virgin queen that's gone out, not got mated, and she's now back in here laying drones only. I'm just going to pause the video there. Okay, so we're back. Just want to take a photograph of that, and so I can have a look better. I've got this all closed up. Okay, so I couldn't find the queen. There's definitely something in there laying. So what I decided to do was, this box here had the most eggs and larvae in it. Not eggs, I didn't see any eggs, larvae. Looked like drone larvae, but I don't really know. None of it was capped. And these 2 brood boxes were full of nectar. No, and the only larvae that was in this bottom one was from the eggs I put in there. No eggs, and where I'd put the 3 frames in, empty frames, drawn out frames, there was no eggs in there. They just actually backfilled with nectar. This frame at the top was just full of honey. It was mostly capped over, so I'm assuming that she wouldn't be out there. So the most likely place for her to be is here. So what I'm hoping now is that if she's in here, she can get down. There was some space left in those 3 down there, so if she can get down there, then she may start laying eggs down there. If she lays drone brood, then I'll have to see what we can do about that. Probably replace the queen. Well, we will have to replace the queen. Introduce a mated queen. So that's that for this one. I'll come back in 7 days and again see if there's any change to those frames down there, or if there's any eggs being laid in anywhere else that weren't before, and if there's any eggs being laid up here in the top box, then I've only got this box to search for. There's definitely eggs, larvae in this box. There's no larvae in this box. There's definitely larvae in this box, so we know where we are. So if there's any larvae in this box next time, then we know she's up there. Okay, so until the next time, that's it for this video, and I'll see you on the next one.